Hey everyone, so again, it's a few days before my conception date. I just want to give you guys one of my tutorials on a body butter. I use this body butter for my entire family, but this time specifically I'm going to be using it to put on my stomach just to kind of get my skin ready for its stretching. I try to use it from conception date all the way up until a year after I give birth, and it really helped my first pregnancy with stretch marks because I did have stretch marks, but they started to disappear as I used the body butter. So you have to be very tedious. You have to be on it, but well worth it. So take this body butter recipe and use it as much as you like. And if I ever think about selling it, I'll put a link down in the description. Okay, folks. So I am about to make a belly butter that is very strong and very well known for helping combat stretch marks and overall skin condition. So you can use this not only for pregnancy, but you can use it for many things. And these are all of my ingredients. Ingredient 1, it would be cacao butter. Next would be cocoa butter. Next would be Kokum butter, shea butter, mango butter, coconut oil, castor oil, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. And I actually put these butters in order by hardness, so you can see, its melting points. So just wanted to give you guys what we're using first, and then I'll give you each ingredient and mixing instructions. I used a half a cup of cacao, cocoa, kokum, shea, and mango butter. I melted them individually and measured them out, and then I used a half a cup of coconut oil, castor oil, 1/4 cup of jojoba oil and vitamin E oil, melted them down, blended for about 5 minutes, and then froze for 25. Okay, so this was in the freezer for 25 minutes. What I'm going to do first is use the spatula to kind of push down the edges, just so I can get all of that oil cold, because this bowl is super cold from being in the freezer for 25 minutes. As you can see, as I push it down, the edges freeze right back up. So you want to make sure you push this down, mix it in. I'm probably going to put it back in the freezer for another 5 or so minutes. Or I'm just going to keep doing this for another 5 or so minutes. So it's up to you if you want to not do as much work, but it's thickening up, as you can see. So I just do this kind of like a churning process for a few minutes, and then I start blending. You want to scrape the bottom because it's going to be some pieces at the bottom. After turning, blend. I blended for about 5 minutes on high. Blend from the bottom and make sure that you're keeping the blender moving. As I blended, the butter began to thicken because the bowl is cold. If you really are looking for that buttery feel, you may have to put it back in the freezer or the refrigerator. I recommend a 25 to 35 minute freezer time. I put mine in for 25 minutes, but I'll probably put it back in the freezer for another 5 or 10 minutes. All right, so as you can see, we're a lot more buttery now. I'm gonna blend for a little bit and then put it in the freezer for a little longer. So let me go ahead and blend. I blended for about 3 minutes, and I'm probably gonna put it back in the freezer for about 5 minutes. Okay, so this is another 7 minutes in the freezer. It's really stiff now, really stiff. Can't you see? Look at that. So we're gonna blend a little bit. Blend on high, and remember, keep your blender moving. You want to make sure that you're blending all of those lumps out from it being in the freezer. If you want yours more buttery, you can blend and then freeze or refrigerate. I'm pretty satisfied with my texture, so I won't be doing that. This is the oil blend that I'm going to be using: lavender, orange, lemongrass, and bergamot. I'm going to put more lavender than anything, and then next orange, then lemongrass, then bergamot.
And honestly, I just eyeball the essential oils, starting with the one that I want in there the most. And then, of course, you go ahead and hit the blender, blend to your satisfaction, and you are done.